Welcome to RoboForm for Business, a comprehensive password management solution for fast, secure, and productive workplaces. This webinar is a jumpstart into RoboForm for Business and will explain some key features and functionality of the solution. Why RoboForm for Business? Companies everywhere are trapped in a password management crisis. Large security breaches are pervasive and cost millions of dollars to recover. Therefore, strict security policies require employees to use long, complex, and unique passwords for each account or application. The average employee logs onto 12 different portals multiple times a day. This burden results in lost time and forgotten passwords. An astounding 30% of all tech support calls are password reset related, causing a volume of lost productivity and bleeding your company thousands of dollars a month. And once your employees are unable to comply to strict security policies related to password creation, rotation, and storage, they can leave you vulnerable to attack. RoboForm for Business provides a complete solution to this password management crisis. You provide your employees with RoboForm for Business and let it automatically handle the rest. RoboForm for Business seamlessly integrates the 4 tenets of password management: password generation, password storage, password entry, and password assignment or sharing. You can take the guesswork and risk out of password generation with RoboForm's built-in password generation feature, seen here in my web browser. After selecting Generate from the RoboForm extension, you can create a unique password based on set company criteria. Let's say you want a 25-character password that uses lower and uppercase letters, numbers, but doesn't have any unique symbols. All you need to do is check the corresponding options and click Generate. Now we can insert this new password into an account creation page or a password change form, and RoboForm will take care of the rest. RoboForm for Business works with all major browsers, and it will offer to save your login credentials whenever you sign into a web-based or local application. Let's sign into LinkedIn. You'll see that RoboForm will prompt me to save and securely store the credentials I just entered as a login. From now on, RoboForm can log me back into my LinkedIn account with just one click. Besides logins, RoboForm offers the creation of RoboForm files called identities. RoboForm identities can store names, addresses, phone numbers, and business-related information for you, your employees, or your clients. Information stored in RoboForm identities can be automatically filled in the web-based or local form with just one click. To demonstrate, I'll use my identity to fill out an Amazon shipping label. All I have to do is select my identity from the web extension and RoboForm fills it in for me. RoboForm can also save and autofill credentials to a local application such as remote desktop sessions. RoboForm bookmarks offer you to store and open web links without triggering automatic form entry. Lastly, RoboForm offers a secure encrypted space for sensitive text files called Safe Notes. RoboForm Safe Notes store and protect data such as logging in instructions or other authentication procedures, as well as essential non-digital assets. Data stored in RoboForm is encrypted at all times with AES 256-bit encryption, with user's master password as an encryption key. Users' master passwords are never stored on our servers, and all encryption and decryption is performed locally. Whether at the office, home, or on the go, the RoboForm mobile app provides safe access to your RoboForm logins, identities, bookmarks, or safe notes. RoboForm for Business is a centralized management solution. Admins can easily onboard, manage, and support their employees, audit their activities, and assign them RoboForm data with specific access level permissions. RoboForm for Business puts your security policies in action, ensuring your employees adhere to company standards. Reporting allows administrators to easily audit employee usage of RoboForm and to make sure that they are maintaining proper password hygiene. With RoboForm for Business, it's easy to onboard employees. From the Create Employee prompt, the administrator can create new employees manually by inputting a user's name and email address. And employees will receive an email with an account creation notification and account setup instructions. Administrators can also onboard an existing RoboForm user by inviting them to join the company account. Once invited, users will be prompted to join the company account. There are 2 options to onboard a large number of employees at once: using a CSV file to import all users and groups, the syntax is shown here, and our RoboForm Active Directory connector. If your company has an Active Directory, the RoboForm Active Directory connector can sync the existing pool of Active Directory users to your RoboForm for Business company account and automatically create accounts for them. The AD connector can continue to manage their RoboForm employees through their AD. By navigating to the AD connector panel, administrators can view the status of their AD connector, which groups they are syncing to, and what sync rules they have in place. Under the user panel, we can see a full list of our active employees. By clicking an employee's name, we get additional options. From this menu, we can change their name and email address. Under More Settings, we have the option to make them an administrator, reset their master password should they forget it, and suspend or delete their account. Once removed, the employee's former license will be free to assign to a new employee. If additional licenses are needed, they can be purchased using the Buy More button. These licenses will be automatically added to the existing number of licenses and will be prorated to compensate for shorter subscription duration. RoboForm data is shared through data objects called groups. A group allows a company administrator to assign specific sets of RoboForm data to an individual user or groups of users and to set the permission access level for each user. RoboForm groups are created by clicking Create Group button from the Groups panel. There are two control settings when creating a new group: the type of storage and the usage permissions. The storage type will determine where the group data is stored. If set to server, the data stays on our server and the user has no local copy of that group's data. If the storage permission is synced, a copy of the data will be left on our server and on the user's device. This useful feature enables full access to the data to users in offline mode. The second setting is usage permission. This setting determines whether a user has limited or regular access permission level to group data. Users with regular permission will see usernames and passwords shared with them, and they are also able to edit them. Any edits that a regular user or a group manager makes to data in the group will be propagated to all other members of the group automatically. Regular users can also add and remove data from groups. Users with limited permission level can use the RoboForm data assigned to them, but they are restricted from seeing the actual usernames and passwords. They are also restricted from adding, deleting, or editing any data assigned to them via this group. Adding users to a group is easy. Simply select the users you would like to add to the group, select the group you would like to add them to, and click Add to Group. After a user has been added to a group, an entry for that user will be created in the Users in Groups panel. Here, you can edit the user's permission level or remove the user from the group. Users in the group can be promoted to a group manager permission level, which essentially makes them an administrator of that group. Group managers have the extra ability to add and remove users to and from the group, manage permission levels within the group, and set group policies. Data is added to a group through the Files tab. Here, you can view all the groups and RoboForm data. To add data to a group, simply select the data you'd like to add, click Add to Group from the panel on the right, and select a group. Now users in this group will have access to this data at the permission level previously specified. RoboForm policies allow businesses to control every aspect of their employees' RoboForm usage. Policies can be enforced on the entire company, specific groups, or individual users. Policies are divided into 4 major categories: master password, user settings, dual authentication and access settings, and blacklist, whitelist. Here, we will cover some of the most important policies within each section. RoboForm master password policies allow admins to enforce minimal master password complexity for employees. Minimal master password complexity rules are set here, and they can be enforced on the entire company or just to a specific group of users. You can make sure that your users are updating their passwords regularly by enforcing mandatory master password rotation time policy. User settings policies give admins greater control over employee RoboForm usage. For example, you can set a mandatory logout action after a set number of minutes of inactivity. To prevent data sharing with RoboForm users outside of your company account, you can use Disable RoboForm File Share. Dual authentication and access policies are RoboForm's advanced security settings. RoboForm offers 2-factor authentication through a one-time password. Users logging in from a new device, new IP address, or a new web browser will be sent a one-time password via email, SMS, or a third-party authenticator service like Google Authenticator. Entering this one-time password correctly is required before they will be allowed to access their RoboForm accounts. In the same section, administrators can restrict access policy to RoboForm based on IP address. Admins can enter the IP addresses or address range of their offices and any predetermined work-from-home related locations. Users logging in outside of these allowed IP addresses will be unable to access their RoboForm for Business accounts. Finally, blacklist and whitelist policies allow you to determine which websites users can use RoboForm on. For instance, if you don't want your employees using RoboForm with Facebook, simply add that domain to the blacklist and RoboForm will refuse to save and fill in credentials on that website. By default, all policies are applied company-wide, but admins can set policies at the group or individual level as well. This way, companies can enforce different policies to different groups of users. The Reports tab gives administrators the ability to audit every aspect of RoboForm usage. The Reports Center aggregates data on your employees' usage of RoboForm and generates a visual report of their activities, such as what groups they're in, which permission level they have in each group, and the overall state of their password hygiene. RoboForm will grade employee passwords and assign them a security score based on how long, complex, and unique they are. Administrators can track these scores to make sure that their employees are maintaining proper password hygiene. The Report Center also displays a full device activity report, including all the devices users have access to RoboForm accounts from, IP addresses, locations, and time. Administrators can download a log of an employee's RoboForm activity and can specify the time range that log covers. The Report Center can also create activity logs for each group and even for the entire company. Now you know everything you need to begin implementing RoboForm for Business in your company. If you want to learn more about RoboForm for Business, we have documentation and support articles available through the Support tab. If you need special technical assistance, please reach out to us via the support system and we'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching.